Assalamu alaikum. Inshallah, you're well, guys. So today I'm going to show you how you can save £5,000 in tuition fees if you want to study accounting and finance at university. And before you think, no, this isn't a scam, I'm not asking you to withhold payment from the university, and you will still graduate within the 3 years. So if you're looking to start university in September 2021, you will still, inshallah, graduate when it comes to about May or June 2024. And before we go into it, I just want to say, guys, thank you for all the support that you guys have been giving me, all the likes, all the views, the subscriptions, the sharing with people. I appreciate it. I'm very close to 1,000. So inshallah, if you're new to the channel and you haven't subscribed already, please do hit that subscribe button. So guys, you would have heard me previously speak about the AAT qualification. Now this stands for the Association of Accounting Technicians, and I always describe it as an entry-level type qualification to becoming either a chartered or a management accountant. Think of it as a stepping stone. So you could study for the AAT with no prior knowledge of accounting, and there's 4 stages. So there's level 1, which to be honest with you is extremely basic. I wouldn't recommend starting at that stage for anyone. Even if you've had no qualifications, I think you can go straight on to the level 2 qualification. So this is the equivalent of GCSEs. Then you've got the level 3 qualification, which is the equivalent of an AS or an A level. And then you've got the level 4 qualification, which is the equivalent of a foundation degree. At each stage, there's about 5 or 6 exams to pass. So if you were to start off at level 2, once you've completed the level 4 stage, you'd have completed between 18 and 20 exams in total. And then inshallah, once you've completed the level 4, if you've got work experience and you meet the entry requirements, you can apply to become a full member of the AAT, which means you could then use the letters MAAT after your name. And then from that qualification, you can go on and progress on to one of the chartered or management accountancy qualification. And inshallah, you will get some exemptions, some recognition for your prior learning at the level 4 stage. So you're thinking, okay, Fazan, that's great. We already know this. What does this have to do with saving £5,000 in tuition fees at university? Well, actually, if you study for the level 4 diploma, remember what I said, it's the equivalent of a foundation degree. And a lot of mid-range unis such as Manchester Met, Oxford Brookes, Middlesex, Birmingham City will accept you onto the year 2 of the accounting and finance course if you've done the level 4 diploma. So that means you can avoid going into university in year 1 and save yourself £9,250 in tuition fees. Now, the reason why I say you save £5,000 is because I'm giving you about a £4,000 budget to go and study for the AAT qualification, because there is a cost of annual membership, doing the online learning or maybe face-to-face classroom learning, and obviously taking the exams as well. So on average, you should save £5,000. Now, to prove this to you, I actually went away and emailed some of the universities in advance of this video. I screenshotted some of their responses. So let's go through them and I could inshallah provide some more clarity. So the first university that I emailed was the London South Bank University. And when I gave them the scenario that I was a person who had completed the level 4 diploma and I had a pass grade in maths and English, I asked them, am I eligible to go into the second year of the course? Now, unfortunately, London South Bank University were very vague in their response. They just said to me, you can make an application and it would be considered. So that's probably not giving you the best of confidence. Let's move on to the next response I received. So this was from Birmingham City University. So Lisa, who's an absolute legend, gave us more detail. So she said, with reference to the BSc Honours Accounting and Finance degree, applicants who have achieved GCSEs at grade 4 or C or above in mathematics, English and AAT level 4 are eligible to apply for advanced entry to year 2 of the degree course. Now, Lisa is a legend because she goes on and tells me how I can apply. So she said, applications can be made via UCAS. Please see the link below. When adding your course choice on the UCAS application form, the point of entry field is used to tell us which year of the course you want to start. For example, point of entry 2 is the second year of the course. We hope this information is helpful to you. Please do not hesitate to contact us if you have any further questions. Thank you very much, Lisa. So that was the response from Birmingham City University. Now let's look at what Manchester Met said. So Manchester Met said, we can consider applicants who wish to transfer into year 2 of BSc Honours Accounting and Finance. Please note that where advanced entry is possible, It is always considered individually by the admissions tutor and only suitable when an applicant has successfully completed sufficient study in a subject closely related to the degree they wish to study here at Manchester Metropolitan University. The admissions tutor will have to assess how closely your previous study matches the degree here at Manchester Metropolitan University to determine if you have the necessary subject knowledge and academic skills to progress on to Year 2 of BSc Honours Accounting and Finance. Students with AAT Level 4 can apply for entry into Year 2 of BSc Honours Accounting and Finance as long as they have met the GCSE requirements, which are GCSE grade C/4 in English language or Level 2 Functional Skills English and GCSE grade C/4 in Mathematics or Level 2 Functional Skills Mathematics. Please be advised that we will not be able to comment on potential success or failure until you submit your application. Now, my point here, guys, is I've shown you that actually the route that I described is possible. Okay, these universities confirm that. But you're probably going to be concerned about whether an admissions tutor will look at your application and then accept you onto Year 2 of the course. So let me show you how you guys should go about this if this is a route that you want to pursue. So say you've got your GCSE results and you're going to go on and study for your A-levels and BTEC. Now on the side, I'm going to suggest that you do your Level 3 qualification. You could start at Level 2, but you've got good GCSEs. Let's challenge yourself. You can go straight into Level 3. I did Level 3 with no prior accounting knowledge. And I was working full-time as well, and it took me about a year to complete. So I'm giving you guys 2 years whilst you're doing your A-levels or BTEC to study for the Level 3 qualification. And that will come to you at a cost of about £2,000. So when you're doing the exams at the AAT, remember I said there were about 5 or 6 exams. It's going to cost you about £70 to £80 per exam, approximately. Okay, so you're looking at about £300-400 in exam fees, and also you have to register as a member or a student member of AAT, and that will cost you approximately £150 a year. So in your A-levels, at a minimum, you're spending about £600 to £700 just for membership and exam fees. And then the remainder of the costs really depend on you. So if you just purchase the books and self-study, obviously that may cost you no more than a couple of £100. Whereas if you want to go and get a tutor to teach you, maybe do the course with BPP or Kaplan, who are reputable learning providers, you may have to pay in excess of £1,000. So in total, I'm going to say your Level 3 qualification whilst you're doing the AAT and BTEC costs you about £2,000. So now you've completed your A-levels, you've got the AAT Level 3. Now I'm going to suggest you take a year out to study for your Level 4 qualification. Now, AAT say this qualification can take between 9 and 18 months. Again, I studied for this whilst I was in full-time work, so it took me about a year to do. So you guys can definitely do it in a year if you take a year out. And the best thing is, if I worked full-time, then you can work full-time. So you can get a job, even if it's at your local Tesco's, where you're making money and most importantly, saving money. Okay, so remember that example. I said you're 5K off better in tuition fees. However, if you're working at the same time, you will be much better off because you're saving money. And similarly, again, the AAT fees, you'll have £150 for your annual membership, and you will have to pay about £70 to £80 again per exam. And with about 5-6 exams, you're looking at about £500 to £600 just with your membership and exam fees. Again, I'm going to give you another £1,400 for tuition, online learning, classroom, whatever suits you, books, materials. So again, at Level 4 stage, you're spending about another £2,000 to £2,250. Maybe you have to pay an extra exam fee because you may have to resit something. So in total, with the AAT Level 3 or Level 4 qualification, you are spending about £4,000 to £4,250, which gives you that 5K savings. Remember, guys, add in the savings that you'll make because you're going to be working in that year off. So actually, in this example that I'm giving you, you could go to your second year of university with enough money saved for your tuition fees. And in your third year, if you're working at the same time, maybe you're commuting from home, you may be able to borrow some money. But the main thing is you come out with no student debt, no interest-bearing debt at the end of university. That can be a potential way of financing university for those of you who are worried about the permissibility of student loans. The other thing I'm going to suggest is whilst you're doing your AAT, whether it's your Level 3 or your Level 4, you're getting short work experience stints as well. So say you're in year 12, you're getting a week or two's worth of work experience at a time in your winter holidays, your summer holidays. You do the same in year 13 and even in your gap year. And by the time you finish your level 4 diploma, you've gained about 2 to 3 months worth of work experience at different accounting firms. So that makes your application stronger. You then come on to applying for that place in the second year of the university course. Now, as an admissions tutor, I'm going to look at your application and it's going to have good GCSEs in there, good A-level results in there, level 3 and level 4 AAT. But not only that, relevant work experience as well. So why would I turn you down? Remember, guys, universities are money-making organizations. They want to charge you that £9,000. So if you followed my steps, why would you not be accepted onto year 2 of that university course? So please don't think negatively about the email responses that I received. Remember, guys, they would never promise you 100% guaranteed entry because they've not seen your application. So that's just them covering themselves. But if you follow my steps, then inshallah, you have a good chance of gaining entry onto a year 2 of this course. So guys, that's how you save £5,000. But there's a few things to watch out for. Firstly, you would have noticed I mentioned these were mid-range universities, okay? Not top tier ones. If you tried the same with Oxford or Cambridge or LSE, this isn't going to work. They're not going to accept that. Their places are heavily oversubscribed anyway, so they're probably not going to want to accept anyone who will use this route just to save on tuition fees, okay? Now you're going to be concerned, Fazan, why would I go to a university like Manchester Met, Middlesex, Birmingham City, Oxford Brookes, when I could go to Liverpool, Reading, Birmingham, Maine, a really good top university? Well, actually, the main thing is, guys, why do we go to university? To get a grad job after. We don't care whether we've gone to Birmingham City or Birmingham, Maine. You'd rather go to Birmingham City if it means you get a job offer at PwC, rather than sitting idle for 2-3 years trying to get a job if you went to Oxford or even Cambridge. So the main thing that you should be focusing on is whether the degree that you're going to study at university will help you get that grad job. And if you want to go into the big 4 or top 10, you should know that they accept any degree in any discipline from any university. And that means any university. I've worked with people who went to Oxford and Cambridge, and equally in that same cohort, I've worked with people who went to lesser well-known universities. So just the fact that you go to Birmingham City or Middlesex doesn't mean that your chances of getting a grad job are less than anyone else. Yes, Oxford, Cambridge, LSE, these universities look good. But once you get through that initial application form process, that's it. It just comes down to you. So if that's your concern that I'm not going to a top university, take it from me, it shouldn't be. The other thing to watch out for is for those of you who want to study the AAT instead of doing A-levels or BTEC. So you may get your GCSE results and you then go on to college. What a lot of people do is do level 2 in year 12 and then do level 3 when you'd be in year 13. Okay. Now there's absolutely nothing wrong with the AAT qualification. I think it's a great qualification. I enjoyed studying for it. I think it gave me a strong foundation for my career. However, I would not recommend that route. And the reason why is nothing to do with the AAT, but it's to do with the requirements of grad jobs. Now, you guys know that a lot of grad jobs right now require UCAS points, and most of them will require a minimum of BCC. I think that's about 104 UCAS points. Now, the problem is, let's go back to the AAT, what I said. Level 2 is the equivalent of GCSEs. So that doesn't carry any UCAS points. Level 3 is the equivalent of an AS or an A-level. And that, I think, at most carries 56 UCAS points. Level 4 is the equivalent of a foundation degree. That doesn't carry any UCAS points whatsoever. So if instead of doing A-levels and BTEC, you went and did level 2 and level 3, the maximum number of UCAS points you could accumulate is 56. So unless you're going to do A-levels or BTECs on the side, when you come out of university, you're going to struggle to be eligible for a lot of grad jobs. Now, I don't agree with that whatsoever. I think the level 2 and the level 3 qualifications are a good, viable alternative to study for the A-levels or BTECs. But that's just the way it is, guys. I can't change the system on my own. So it's something to watch out for. If you're getting your GCSE results this year and you're looking forward to studying the AAT, I would say don't. Not because the qualification is bad or the path you're choosing is bad. It's because it will limit your opportunities in the future. And this is why I advise a lot of people to go ahead and study A-levels or BTECs and just complete them. Because if they get BCC as a minimum, it just means that a lot of options are available to them. They could go to university. They could do an apprenticeship. but most importantly, after completing the university degree, they will be eligible for a lot of grad schemes. So inshallah, that's it guys. Bit of a long video, but I wanted to explain this route fully so you've understood everything. And if there's still anything unclear guys, all you have to do is ask. So please feel free to comment below or message me on Instagram.